disciples, I hope you were blessed sa ating God Aware series. Right now, I would just like to guide you on 4 reflection points sa ating pinag-usapan kanina sa part 3 ng ating God Aware series. We read from the book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 21 to 42, and we talked about 4 people who on the level of their awareness of God. Number 1, pinag-usapan po natin yung crowd. It will be found in verse 21. A large crowd gathered around Jesus. They were pressing against one another. They were pressing against Jesus. Pinag-usapan natin that these people, the large crowd following Jesus doesn't necessarily mean that they were following Jesus because they are aware of God. Ang daming sumusunod at may form ng pagsunod sa Diyos, pero hindi naman mo kilala ang Panginoon Jesus. In fact, the Philippines, branded as the only Christian nation, pero alam naman po natin kung gaano kakurap ang ating bansa. Hindi natin napanindigan yung bansa na the only Christian nation in Asia. Kung magtatanong ho kayo sa 100 Pinoy na makakasalubong nyo kung kilala nila si Jesus, I believe you would get 100% na meron silang masasagot at masasabi sa Panginoon Jesus. Pero ang tanong, kung kilala po ba talaga natin ang Panginoong Jesus? See, knowing Jesus is definitely totally different from knowing about Jesus. Hindi porket may alam mo tayo sa Panginoong Jesus, ibig sabihin mo ay kilala na ho natin siya. Itong large crowd, they've been following Jesus because they want to see the miracles. How many people are following the Lord only for the trivial things? Katulad kung mahal na araw, paminsan-minsan ang dami mo nating nakikita sa mga pader, mga usok, sa mga puno, at kung ano-ano pa. Following Jesus for the trivial things. Following Jesus for the wrong things. Even. Second character po dun sa pinag-usapan nating passage is Jairus. I want to call him the Jairus virus. Pinag-uusapan namin ito kanina ng leaders after the service. This is a common syndrome even sa ating mga Kristiyano. On verse 22, ito po yung sabi, Then one of the synagogue rulers named Jairus came there. Seeing Jesus, he fell at his feet and pleaded earnestly with him, My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live. Jairus knelt before Jesus. A lot of people think that whenever you kneel before God, that's worship right there. But if you would read through the passage, Jairus did not kneel to worship the Lord. He is there because his daughter needs healing. How many people who are not fully aware of who God is, they just come to God because of what they need? Ang dami ho, kaya nga ho, sa Pilipinas ho, patok ho yung mga santo at saka yung mga parokya famous for different benefits that they can get. Meron tayong santo para sa mga may sakit, meron tayong santo para sa mga hindi magkaanak, meron tayong santo para sa mga nawawalang gamit, meron tayong santo para sa mga lumulubog na bahay at sasakyan. Can you imagine that? We go to this. We go to church, we kneel down only because of what we need. And somehow Jairus is like that. He came there because of what he needs. See, worship only comes after a revelation. Which brings us to our third character in the story, the woman who's been suffering from bleeding for 12 years. Ito po yung idea nitong babae. On verse 24, a woman there who had been subject for bleeding for 12 years, she had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. This woman who tried everything, lumipat-lipat na po siya ng doktor, pero imbis na pumaigi siya away lumalala. Now when she heard that Jesus is coming, that Jesus is passing by, nagmadali ho siya, he ran. He ran before Jesus only to touch his cloak. This is the idea. Ang inisip ko ng babae, once he touched the hem of the garment of Christ, siya po ay gagaling. No? So, ito po yung nangyari. Once he touched Jesus' cloak, immediately, she was made well. At sabi ng Panginoong Jesus, "Who touched me? Who touched my clothes?" Alam niyo yung reaksyon ng mga disciple, hindi ba sabi sa kanya, ang daming tao, tapos magtatanong ka kung sino ang nag-touch sa iyong damit. But, kaya kung titignan mo natin, dito sa story, yung crowd, they've been bumping against one another, and some of them, no, meron, nabunggo nila ang Panginoong Jesus, nahawakan nila ang Panginoong Jesus, but power was not released because they were not there with the same reason like the woman who suffered from bleeding for 12 years. Itong babaeng ito, she is aware of who Jesus is. Kaya nga, ang imagination niya is unorthodox. Hindi katulad ng pattern na usual na nakita ng mga tao kung paano nagpapagaling ang Panginoong Jesus. Kaya nga si Jairus, he told Jesus what to do. Minsan ho, para tayo katulad ni Jairus. We limit God with a pattern. But this woman, he did not limit Jesus with a pattern. He looked at Jesus as a person who is powerful, a person who cares. Mapapatunayan po dito na iba ho ang pananaw ng mga tao galing sa tahanan ni Jairus. Sabi ho sa verse 35, while Jesus was proclaiming healing dun sa babae na nag-touch na kanyang garment, sabi ho ng mga tao galing sa bahay ni Jairus, Your daughter is dead. They said, why bother the teacher anymore? Bakit mo ba gagambalain ang guro? Patay na ang iyong anak. Can you see that? Tinapos na ho nila yung storya dun sa buhay ng babae. They placed Jesus in a box. Nilimit nila ang kapangyarihan ng Panginoong Jesus. Probably wala silang nakitang pang pattern ng raising the dead. No? Kaya nga pinili na ganito ang gawin mo, Panginoon, na katulad natin minsan, hindi ba pag may hiningi tayo sa Panginoon, we tell Jesus what to do. Bigyan ko kayo ng example. Halimbawa, may kakilala ka na tao na pinagpala ng Diyos sapagkat siya ay nakapagpunta ng abroad. Kaya imbis na hingin mo ang pagpapala ng Diyos in general, you are asking God to send you abroad, to work there. No? O kaya naman merong, minsan kasabihan sa Panginoon, Lord, no, sana po ay tumama ako sa loto. Can you imagine that? No? Tinuruan mo pa ang Panginoon magsugal. Nakakahiya. Na minsan ganun tayo katulad ni Jairus. No? But this woman is different. She knows but by the mere exposure, by her mere exposure to the presence of God, to the cloak of Jesus, she would be made well. Ito na mo yung nangyari. Let me lead you to the fourth person, the daughter of Jairus, declared dead with the people around her. Alam nyo, ang sabi ng Panginoon, she's not dead but asleep. Jesus is so merciful that He ignored what the people said. Hindi niya sinakyan, hindi niya sinabing, wala pala kayong pananampalataya, dyan na kayo. You know, the people laughed at Him. But still, He ignored them. He went all His way towards the 12-year-old girl. He took her by the hand and said to her, Talita koum. This means, little girl, I say to you, get up. And immediately the girl stood up. Let me wrap this up. And I want you to reflect in these following questions. But before that, let me just give to you a picture of two women who were a lady and a girl, a woman and a girl who both were sick. Both had this 12-year thing. Yung isa, for 12 years, she was sick she was bleeding. And yung isa, only had 12 years to live. Up until Jesus was able to hold her hand and command her to rise up. Yung isa sa kanila, the woman who suffered bleeding for 12 years, she knew she needed Christ. Pero yung isa, dead, patay. But Jesus knew that the child needs him. This is who Jesus is, and we need to be aware of that. That Jesus is available to those who reach for Him. And another thing about Him is that He would even reach to the people who were dead. Was nothing in them that would reach for Him. Kung ikaw Kristiyano at naranasan mo nang tumakbo sa Panginoon, have you had that time in your life na you were dead? Sin was all around you. You messed up your ministry. You messed up your journey with the Lord. And there's nothing in you that desires God. And you cannot imagine going back to the arms of God anymore. Probably you think you are dead. You're hopeless. But then surprisingly, the Lord holds you by the hand, telling you, Talita Komum, little child, get up. And suddenly, you experience life right there. Suddenly, a desire for God was rekindled in your heart. Hindi mo na na-imagine, there's nothing in you that reaches or runs after God, but then the words of Christ resuscitated you, telling you, Talita Komum, get up, little child. May mga time bang ganyan sa buhay? Well, that's who our God is. We gotta put Him in a box. Yung iba ho sa atin, katulad ng crowd, lalo na yung mga cell leader, or ako, I'm at some point, in the earlier years of my ministry, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes, I tell, why bother? The child is dead. Ilang tao na ho ang sinahan mo ng pag-asa sa Panginoon because you thought they were dead, when Jesus only sees them as asleep.
And I fall face down as your glory shines around. Yes, I fall face down as your glory shines